How will Malaysia respond to the US's 24% tariff hike? The government says decisions will be made on Monday after key trade talks with ASEAN ministers tomorrow. Decisions on the US President Donald Trump's recent tariffs will be made on Monday, government spokesperson Fahmi Fadzil said. The communications minister said this was because ASEAN trade ministers will be holding their meeting tomorrow.
Maka pada hari Isnin kita akan buat beberapa keputusan sebelum kita meminta rombongan bagi tujuan diplomasi dan juga perbincangan perdagangan dengan Amerika Syarikat dihantar ke Washington DC.
On April 3rd, Trump announced higher tariffs on several countries to reduce the U.S. trade deficit. Malaysia was hit with a 24% tariff as part of the new measures. The minister also revealed that Chinese President Xi Jinping will be in Malaysia for a state visit from April 15th to 17th.
Jemaah Menteri telah dimaklumkan bahawa lawatan ini bukan hanya dinantikan tapi adalah sebahagian daripada usaha kerajaan sebagai ataupun Malaysia sebagai sebuah negara perdagangan yang mana kita ingin melihat hubungan perdagangan yang lebih baik dengan pelbagai negara termasuk negara China.
Will Azam Baki's reign at MACC end in May? The cabinet has yet to discuss the future of the MACC chief, according to the communications minister.
Kita tidak ada bincangkan dalam mesyuarat hari ini, tapi semestinya kerajaan sentiasa terbuka untuk menerima pandangan daripada pelbagai pihak untuk menambah baik mana-mana sama ada perundangan ataupun proses demi dalam usaha untuk membawa reformasi kepada institusi-institusi yang penting dalam negara kita.
This comes after a Bloomberg report claimed that Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim is likely to extend Azam's term for another 6 months. Yesterday, the Centre of Combat Corruption and Cronyism called for decentralizing the appointment process for the top MACC role, pointing out that Anwar had given Azam 2 one-year extensions, even though he had passed the mandatory retirement age. Can the trade war get worse? Trump hits China with a 104% tariff, triggering market chaos and diplomatic tensions.
In a surprise move, US President Donald Trump has imposed a 104% tariff on all Chinese imports effective today. The announcement was made by White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Tuesday.
On the other hand, countries like China, who have chosen to retaliate and try to double down on their mistreatment of American workers, are making a mistake. President Trump has a spine of steel, and he will not break, and America will not break under his leadership.
The new tariff comes on top of existing ones set before Trump's second term. China was originally set to face a 34% hike on Wednesday under Trump's reciprocal tariff plan. After Beijing refused to cancel its own planned 34% tariff on US goods, Trump added another 50%, raising the total new tariffs to 84%. China's foreign ministry called the moves a mistake on top of a mistake and one of stronger retaliation. The US stock market, which had been rising earlier on Tuesday, dropped after the announcement. By 3 p.m. Eastern, the Dow Jones Index, Nasdaq and S&P 500 were all in the red.
Moving on to the next story, Selangor's EXCO and Assembly members, including the opposition, will take a pay cut following the gas explosion in Putra Heights. The decision comes in response to the tragic incident, showing solidarity with the affected community.
Semua ahli-ahli majlis mesyuarat kerajaan negeri akan menyumbang 1,000 daripada gaji mereka. Keseluruhan ahli-ahli Dewan Negeri akan menyumbang 200 daripada gaji mereka. Dan untuk penjawat awam yang status 48 dan ke atas akan menyumbang RM50 daripada gaji mereka, dan dianggarkan lebih RM500,000 akan disumbangkan kepada tabung prihatin, dan kemudiannya tabung prihatin ini akan membantu proses-proses pemulihan yang sedang dirancang dan direncana oleh pihak kerajaan negeri.
When asked if the contribution also involved opposition assemblymen, Amiruddin explained that the amounts includes all elected representatives in the state. A deepfake scandal rocks a Johor high school. Explicit AI-generated images of students and alumni are being spread online, sparking outrage and police action. Indecent AI-generated images of students and alumni from Fun Yu High School in Kulai have reportedly been circulating online. A female student alleged that a male classmate used artificial intelligence to create fake obscene images of her and shared them in a group chat for profit. Several victims have since lodged police reports, assisted by Kulai MP Tioni Ching's Special Assistant Yong Hui Yi. One of the victims, said to be an alumna, is expected to speak at a press conference this Saturday. Funyo High School has confirmed receiving reports and has launched an internal investigation while cooperating with police. According to Sinchu Daily, the principal confirmed a student linked to the case has been detained and brought to court for a remand extension. The school condemned the misuse of technology and warned of strict action against those involved. It also urged the public to stop sharing unverified claims to protect victims' privacy and prevent further harm. More questioning for Ismail Sabri. The former Prime Minister is set to face the MACC again, this time over his asset declaration as investigators dig deeper into a high-profile corruption probe.
Former Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob is expected to return to the MACC by the end of this month for further questioning. According to MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki, this marks the second phase of the investigation, focusing on Ismail's asset declaration. The first phase, involving the discovery of 170 million ringgit in cash and 16 kg of gold bars in several safe houses, has been completed. Azam told TV3's Bulletin Utama that Ismail will need to provide documents to support his asset declaration. If the documents are missing, he will be called back to explain and name possible witnesses. Ismail has already spent over 30 hours giving his statement, including a 5-hour session on March 24. He was named a suspect in an investigation involving 4 of his former senior officers. A money changer was also arrested in connection with the case.
PKR division elections heat up as challengers like Afdalin Shauki and Najwan Halimi aim to replace busy incumbents who they say are out of touch with grassroots needs.
Campaigning is in full swing for the PKR division level elections this weekend, with challengers targeting office holders seen as too busy with other duties. Film director and actor Afdalin Shauki is going head-to-head with Minister Nik Nazmi Ahmad for the Setiawangsa PKR division chief post. He aims to provide grassroots members with an alternative, saying Nik Nazmi's federal role may limit his ability to fully engage with the party. Afdalin, running for the second time, claims his team has met with members who've never interacted with the Setiawangsa MP. He argues that with 6,000 members in the division, only 1,600 are verified to vote and more attention is needed at the local level. Meanwhile, in Shah Alam, Kota Anggrek Assembly Person Najwan Halimi is challenging incumbent division chief Rozia Ismail. He accuses the Ampang MP of being out of touch with the grassroots, citing the loss of Batu Tiga in the 2023 Selangor state election. Najwan says this failure to defend PKR's interests has left members frustrated and disconnected from the leadership. The PKR division level elections, including for the women's and youth wings, will take place from April 11 to 20. The Central Leadership Council and Central level women and youth wing elections will follow on May 24th.
That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching Kini News.